He is doing good. I am just trying to pull up comments here. Let's see if we got them. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. How is everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. Don't mind my messy studio behind me. You gotta get that cleaned up before I go home. Okay, I am not sure what's going on here. Oh, I guess it would help if I was in the right one. Okay, here we are. There we go. Hey, LaDonna, I saw your comment right here. Let me pull in. There we go. Hello. Hey, girl. Okay, guys. So I am painting this round. It's a Hello Spring one. It's one of my last spring ones that I did. I'm going to hurry and get this done, and then we're calling spring good. But, you know, I guess in different parts of the world, spring hasn't even really sprung yet. So, when I am doing 3D pieces, I like to basically plot out my colors and put them where they need to be. Hey, Linda, how are you? These ones I painted just 2 coats of white because they're right here, but it says Hello Spring. We've got flowers on both sides and some leaves. Let me see if I can zoom in here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So you can kind of see it there. Okay. Colors are going to be, let's see if I pull that down right there. Sorry. White and black. We've got bright yellow. We've got Lisa pink. You guys, I'm sorry, I got a cough all of a sudden. Fuchsia. And then the greens we're going to be doing a little bit of shading with. You got your haircut today, finally, plus Manny and Petty. Oh my God, you got it all, girl. She's all gussied up. We got Palomino, we've got Gecko, and we have got Parsley for our 3 greens. I'm also going to be using Lori's glitter. It's the French toast, so it's like so dark it's almost black, but it has this beautiful brown to it. It's gorgeous. Browns that we're going to be using for our wood grain. I'm teaching you guys wood grain. I'm so excited. We're going to be doing Cocoa from Deco Art Americana and Raw Sienna from Delta Ceramico. So let's do our wood grain first, okay? We're going to just like get right into it, okay? So when I do wood grain, I like to do the lighter color first. So the lighter of our colors is going to be the cocoa. Okay. We're going to grab a big old brush. These I pick up at Walmart. They are the Plaid brand. And I don't even know. I would guess 1.5 to 2 inches on these, okay? So we're going to get these on here. I'm just going to quickly do around the edge here. And while I'm saying around the edge, we need to do around the total edge here. So just getting right here. I pulled that camera down too far, didn't I? Or I guess you could see it. I'll watch where my camera is. If it's really struggling to see me, I will move it a little bit for you guys. I'm still working on Mevo here. Okay, so just getting the edge. Just like so. Okay, throw that down. We're going to get right here. This is, once again, the Cocoa color from Deco Art Americana. Okay, I'm going to come in here. You guys, I might start standing for this because I usually do wood grain standing. I don't typically do it sitting down. Just because it requires a lot of elbow room. And I feel my chair rolling with me here. Okay. Getting right here. And right here. Okay. Get right here as well. All right, smoothing that out. We're gonna go right here. Oop, we got a little paint goober. Get that. And honestly, one coat's usually good. If you can see a little bit of splotches, it's okay because you're gonna be painting over it a little bit. But I'm gonna grab just a little bit more paint to grab our center here. Okay, see a little bit right here. Might need a little bit more. Okay, let me stand up here. And I'm gonna get our heat gun. So you do want this to be dry for the next because you're going to pull your color. And I still like to prime my wood when I do this, okay, when I'm painting the wood grain. Here, let me see. We're almost about dry here. Or good enough. Okay, I am not liking some of the patchiness, so I am going to do a second coat on this. It's a little more patchy over in this corner than what I like. I'm going to move this up just a little for you. Okay, so we're going to go right here. I'm going to grab right here, smooth that one out. Okay. Go here. Okay. Go here. And grab here. Just a titch more. So this is really good when you have a piece that is MDF because MDF doesn't really have a wood grain to it. This is how you get your wood grain. And it's pretty dang simple, honestly. I mean, it's not as simple as the baby white method. I will definitely, hands down, say baby white method is the best, but for wood grain and getting that stain look. But I love the feel of MDF. I love the thickness, and I like that it doesn't work as bad. So that is why I really stick with MDF as much as I can, especially with humid areas. It can work really bad. So why I tend to go more to the MDF. And if you sew it properly, you're not going to have problems with it warping or the water and stuff like that as well. Okay, because I know that is sometimes people's questions. Okay, I'm going to grab just a titch more. And I'll use up the last remaining of my paint, and I'm just going to quickly brush over this. Okay, so that is done. Let's heat gun this one more time for you guys. A little something that's dropped right here, but I'm too afraid to move it right now because I'm afraid I will make the paint. So we'll get it in just a second. This will give you a little bit of an arm workout. Ain't gonna lie. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is the raw sienna. Okay. And I'm going to put this right here on our plate. and I'm going to get it wet. So I'm going to water it down. So I'm going to get a bunch of my paintbrush water here. Okay. And I like using chip brushes when I do this. So we're just going to mix in the water just like so, okay? You want it really watery, okay? You guys can see that texture and consistency. Okay. All right. Now you're going to want to go in the direction of how you want your wood grain, okay? Before I get too far into it, I also picked up one of these fun wood grain brushes. Mine came with the bigger one and the smaller one. We're going to use the smaller one. And I like my little gripper thingies down at the bottom. There's like little hair grippy things down here. And we also will be using the triangle that comes with it as well, okay? I like both of those to use. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to do a quick brush with this. And I'm gonna just do about half for right here, okay? So we don't want it to dry out. Oh, and you're gonna want a baby wipe. Okay, so I'm gonna take my wood tool. We're gonna kind of go towards the edge. We're gonna pull, we're gonna rock it, and then pull back, okay? And if you don't like how that looks, you can always redo it, okay? And then we're gonna go here, we're gonna rock it, and then drag forward, okay? And then a lot of the times too, what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll go this way, so I'll get an opposite look to it, okay? All right. Then I'm gonna grab here and we will do the last bit. Let me grab just a little more water. Okay. Right there. So I'm just taking the baby wipe and kind of wiping off the excess paint that we've pulled. And then I'm going to take it, rock, drag, and pull. Okay. Same thing again. Rock it and drag it just like so. One more time. Just like that, okay? All right. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll take our hair or our little brushes. I like this one the most, and we're gonna just lightly push this through, okay? This is gonna kind of make that wood grain look a little bit softer and everything else, but I feel like this is still looking a little patchy. So what I usually do is I do it twice, okay? So I kind of go one more time. This time I do the whole amount. And I just do a really nice thin coat across, okay? You're gonna still see some of that wood grain popping through, which is what we want. Okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing again, okay? So I'm gonna rock it and pull through. You can do a long pull and then rock it back. We can go here and then pull it again, but you can kind of see how doing that second time through really helps, right? Okay. Okay. Same thing here. All right, okay, now wipe that off. This also comes off this way. So I'm gonna take that off and I'll just sit it in my water, okay? Yes, Kathy, you will definitely. I will put a link in the group a little bit later for these tools because they're awesome. And then, like I said, I do grab the little finger thing. And you're just lightly feather brush stroking, okay? This looks great even to do on your doors. If you have a painted door and you're kind of going back for the wood grain, this does amazing. Okay, I've done it in large scale. I would definitely go to the bigger one, but you get the kits. They're like on Amazon. They're like 12, 15 bucks or whatever, but I will give you guys the link as soon as I'm done. I'll put it out there of which one I got. And of course I wiped my hands with said baby wipe, and I shouldn't have done that. So we'll grab one more. So like I said, chip brush and the rocker, and really just any paintbrush. I like using the bigger paintbrushes just because more surface color. But I have found that I like the lighter base, darker for the rocking part, okay? It just comes out prettier, in my opinion, and bolder, so you can actually see what you're doing. So I am going to set this aside, and always make sure that you kind of have a clean surface because it flicks paint quite a bit. Like, I probably should have moved our 3D things because I can see some paint flicker over here. Whoopsie. Okay. So going back to this, we are going to paint yellow next here. Let me grab one more paint here. Luckily, this is primer, so it's not a big deal that it got on it. But we'll just wipe it off just a little. And it even got on the bottle a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. So I've got bright yellow here that I'm using. I'm going to sit down real quick. Okay. And then these, I believe, these are the top pieces for our bottom pieces that are white here. Okay. So these are going to sit on top. And then the center of these are going to have the glitter on it. Okay. I'm just going to grab yellow. I'm going to actually just use it out of my cap here. And then you guys know that I love using the makeup sponge brushes to do my letters. So we'll do the letters first here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab, dab, dab. And I'm really working more on dabbing on the edges. And then I'll come back through and hit the sides. Or get the center, but mostly I'm just dabbing our edges, and it really just almost covers it that way. Okay. I also love to keep my letters on the tape when I do it, and then I go ahead and prime all of my letters as well. Priming is basically, when I say priming, I'm just using a roller paint, or a roller, foam roller, like a 4-inch roller, sorry you guys. And just rolling on with a white acrylic paint, just doing one coat. If I know that it's a white, that it's, you know, that area that I want is white, I will do 2 coats in that spot. But the reason why I do white is it just makes your colors come out brighter. Even though this wood is lighter, it just looks better with the primer coat, and you don't have the inconsistencies of splotchy paint as much because it is, the wood's already absorbed the primer coat. And that goes for MDF, it goes for all different types of wood, okay? And then because I already have the sponger, or my makeup sponge out, I am going to just do the flowers as well. And the reason why I sponged right there in the center when I told you I was just doing the edges is because I had a lot of paint on the makeup sponge, so I didn't want it to go all on one said corner or edge. Okay, so that one's done. I'm going to do this one next. And if it's easier for you to do the makeup sponges and pick them up, you can totally do that as well, okay? There are no rules when it comes to painting. So I hope you guys loved that wood grain. It will come back in just a minute. They dry pretty fast. Even with all the water that you use, it does dry pretty fast. Okay. And then because this is yellow, it's definitely going to need 2 coats, okay? So I'm going to go ahead real quick here. Just get the center. Woo, goodness. Wants to jump. See, this is why I like the tape when you've got smaller things going on. You will need baby wipes. Whenever doing 3D, you're going to need baby wipes. Okay guys, so I'm just taking the heat gun, low heat, and just running over this real quick with the heat gun. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more coat, okay? This is where you're going to really start seeing that bright yellow top. The second coat, I don't really focus on the edges as much. I just go right for the center. Okay. So if you're having a hard time with getting the edges done and everything else with these small letters, use the makeup sponge. They're super cheap. And if they dry out, all I do is I take my scissors and just snip it a little bit shorter. And you can use this a couple of times before they get bad. And if they're stained, but they won't bleed the paint if you get them cleaned out. What's funny too is they like blow up 2 sizes bigger than what they are. So I have one right here, you can see. I just cleaned out and look how much bigger it is. But it will shrink right back down to normal size. My husband's like, I think I ruined it. And I'm like, no, it's fine. He was so sweet. Cleaned my palette, my water palette before I left, or before he left. Because I was helping a friend of mine with a baby announcement that isn't told yet. We're making a gift for her dad to announce the baby. So I'm super excited, and I can tell you guys because you don't know who it is, and so I'm so excited. She's super excited. This is her first. So they're all excited. I love that feeling. All right, so I'm going to just throw that in there for now. And my husband will leave that out afterwards for it to dry. Okay. Let me throw that there because that had a lot of paint on it. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm going to put this over here real quick. Okay. So we got this one done. Throw that there along with our flowers here. Okay. So they're in there. And then we're going to go into, like I said, I stack my paint, okay? Just makes it easier for me. This is Lisa Pink. It's the lighter pink. And I'm going to grab, this is number 6 brush here. Same thing with these. I'm going to paint our edges first. And then I'm using the 1/8 MDF here. So it just makes it a little bit thinner, but it stacks so pretty and makes the 3D elements look so much prettier. Okay. And then we're just going to grab right here, paint this up. This paint is usually, this particular color, you can usually do 1 coat and you are good with. We'll check it and make sure. So I'm going to throw that one there. And we'll do this guy. Oops, I almost forgot to do the edges. Do our edges. I like to do my edges when I'm doing the little 3D pieces first. A, because it kind of almost paints itself, especially if you've got a small spot. And there's less likelihood that you're painting your fingers all up. Okay. I'm going to set these ones over here so it makes it a little bit easier while we're painting, or maybe we can keep some of them still on. Okay. All right. Let's hit this with the heat gun real quick just to make sure we're dry. Okay. That is looking good. I don't think we need a second coat on that. And then, like I said, this is the Lisa Pink. Okay. Throw this right here for right now. Actually, throw those bottles over there. They're out of our way. Throw these brushes over here. All right. Okay. We're going to go to the darker pink, which is fuchsia. I'll set these right here. And if you notice, I put little Sharpie marks. I put little dots. This is to help me know which line to line up, because if you look on the back, I also put a dot on the back. This helps me remember where exactly the flowers go, okay? Because they don't line up said perfectly. So it really helps with knowing where to put them. Because even with the edge line, you're going to be twisting it around about like a million times before you get it. So doing that just is one of my little tricks. Just make sure that you put the dots in spots where, because the Sharpie will bleed through your paint sometimes. So put it in spots where you know that you're going to either glue over it or it's just not going to be seen. And then because this is going over the top of it, we're not going to paint the whole thing. Because why waste our energy, right? So I'm just going to paint a little bit over the edge of it. Just because, you know, I'm not really paying attention to lines right here. We don't need to be exact. This is a very beginner project. The wood grain, even, to be honest with you, you can do that as a beginner. And I don't feel like it's a really hard. It's just kind of getting the flow of learning how to drag back and forth, okay, with that tool. But it is awesome. I really think it's a fun tool. Once you get that technique down, it's so cool. And I've taught it a couple of times in classes, and it's so cool because everybody's wood grain looks so different because everybody's unique. It just looks like, you know, nature. Nothing in nature is perfect, right? All right. Perfectly imperfect. So just grabbing our edges. Same right here as well. Okay, and right here. Okay, I'm gonna sit this right here. I'm gonna grab. Okay, one more time, right here. All right, and right there. Okay, and then just smoothing out our paint. Okay, I'm going to slide this one over just so we can make more room. Fuchsia is normally one coat as well with this particular paint. Let me just quickly heat gun. We'll make sure it looks good. Sometimes with your darker or the humidity, it will kind of mess with it too. So we'll have to take that into always consideration. I can see some touch-ups, so I'm going to go ahead and just do one quick coat here. Probably where it's just a little bit thinner with paint. I'm gonna grab right here as well. And right here. Okay, let me see this little guy. This little one looks good. So we're gonna let that go. Okay. All right, guys. We are actually almost all done because like I said, we got the white here and we got those. We're gonna let these dry for just a second. And then I'm gonna do the centers for our outer ones. So these light yellow ones will be getting our centers with the brown to do with the glitter. But right now we'll go ahead and do the green. This is the only part that's a little bit difficult with the green. And the reason why I say that is because not all of them are separate pieces, okay? And so this we're going to use for shading. So I'm going to throw this over, and you don't have to do shading. I am just throwing that in there as basically another fun element to do, but it is not a required one. Okay, so this is parsley, and parsley we're going to do with our darker leaves, so these more lumpier leaves. And I was going to do our gecko with these ones right here. And I just realized I don't have a green for these. So let's pick out one. I think we do, what if we did leaf? That would look kind of cute with it. So we're going to do a leaf green here. So I added one more green to our list of colors I said. Hey Susan, how are you? Okay, so let me throw leaf green right here. Okay, and I am going to grab, I want to say, yep, this is a 3/8 angle brush. So I like to paint lightest to darkest when I'm painting, because if your brush isn't fully cleaned up, there's less likelihood that you're going to mess it up. Because it's always easier to paint over dark, or lighter over with a darker color. Right? So same thing here. I'm just going to grab our edges real quick here, and I'm just using my edge here of my brush. We're going to do our edges. And I don't have this kit listed, but I will get it listed for those of you that may want it from the shop. This is one that I had drawn and I cut it, and that's kind of as far as it went, and it kind of just sat sitting for a little bit, and I'm like, I need to get that painted. So I figured, what the heck, we'll hurry and do it tonight. Okay, so I'm just going right here. I'm going to just kind of mimic where that line would be. Okay. We're going to get one coat of here. Green, I have never met a green that is one coat and done, unfortunately. I wish I have. I would definitely be using it all the time. But I have not yet, so we're just going to have to paint these a little bit more. It's a-okay, right? Okay, so we're going to grab right here. I'm going to grab right here. I'm going to be careful because that little line, or the line for the other wood is right there, or the other plant leaf is right there. Gosh, I can't talk. Okay, so we got right here. I'm going to grab here as well. Grabbing here, being a little more careful. And right here. Okay, there's a little line right here where that leaf is, so I'm just going to follow that. And then clean that up just a touch. I'm going to take my line right here and go right across. Same thing here. Right across and smooth out. Same thing here. And right here, I'm just taking the extra paint that we kind of had beaded up and what was left on my brush. Okay. I'm going to go over to this guy again since we don't have it anymore in this color. I'm doing great. I'm a little stressed out this week. We have the wine walk that's going to be happening, which I'm so excited for. I'm excited for the wines that we got. We're going to have a lot of sweet wine that pairs well with chocolate. And I got these cute wine gnomes that we're going to do for the make and takes. And I think I have showed you guys before the glue tape that I found that you can put on the wood, and it literally cuts it out right behind it. So we got some of that. So it will be hopefully really, really fun for everybody if somebody wants to make a gnome. And then I think I might do a cute little like saying sign that's like simple, something like this, where you dab dab and done. Dab dab, tape there, pull off the paint and stick it down. So that's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully, I got to talk to Lori. The last time I talked to her, she said she wanted to come, but I don't know what's going on. So life has been a little crazy for us, both of us, that we haven't been able to talk much. So we'll see if she can go. I know she had a canceled business call. So anyhow, oh, I need to do, thank you. How are you? Long time no see. I mean, my life has been seriously this dang studio. This dang shop, it feels like. I shouldn't say dang, but things are going good. I've had people come in even today, and we're not even technically open, but they're like, I just want to peek, and every one of them has bought something. So I'm like, that's great, because downtown on Mondays are so slow and so boring that I was like, I'm not going to open up, and I'm just going to kind of keep it as a day to, you know, catch up on things so I don't have to worry too much about the front door. But like, maybe I'll be opening it up. Okay, so I did ombre right here. We're going to take the light green here, and we're going to just go right across our leaf, and then right in the center there. Right in the center, right in the center, right in the center. And I'm going to take our leaf and just like so. You know, this is not required, right? This is more of an advanced. I do feel like you could, as a beginner, start out doing this. I really do. Because, you know, as beginners, we kind of don't know what we're doing anyways. So just shading and stuff like that, I think you could do it. I have faith in our beginners. I was always a nervous wreck to do it, and then when I started doing it, I'm like, really? That's all that is? It's just like a quick little brush stroke, right? And I was so concerned about it. But I also get if you don't want to. Okay. A little bit of the lighter and then the darker green, okay, on my brush here. Let me see if I can zoom that in just a little bit more so you guys can see. So just like that. And then make sure that I'm in frame here. Okay. And then we're going to just take the quick line there and go right across, okay? Quick line there, right across. I am not liking how that blended, so I'm going to just take my brush and kind of lightly pull that just a little more. There we go. Okay, that's it that we're doing there. Oh, I don't think I got right here. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Taxes, ugh. Oh no, you're doing taxes. $980 in receipts. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. No fun. Oh, I dropped my towel. I'll just use a baby wipe right here. Girl, I gotta get on mine bad. Okay, next color that we are gonna do is we're gonna use the electric line. This is gonna be these fluffy leaves that we're using next. And then we're gonna do the outer edge first. Like I said, I like to paint my edges first when I'm doing the 3Ds, just because they're so little. This is gonna butt up to a flower. So I'll just kind of lightly do it, but I'm not really needing to too much. Right there. And we're going to go right here as well. Oh, I am like totally out of frame there. I forgot we zoomed in. Okay. So we'll take our leaves here. Okay, this is where we need to be a little more careful. So we're going to just go right here on my edge, nice and slow, and we're going to pull that down, okay? Take right here and go right around. So if you see, I'm kind of gently turning my finger, okay? And we'll go right here as well. There we go. Those are done. We move this guy over here. Okay, we're going to get this one next. I feel like this one I could have even went with Hello Summer because these flowers are kind of tropical. I think I could have went with Hello Summer on this. So I might be changing this. But for us tonight, we'll stick with Hello Spring. Or we could even just keep the Hello on, right? It'd be too small though. But for a new design, I might be doing that. When we're done, you guys can tell me what you think. You guys think that this could go for more of a summer sign too. Oh gosh, okay, stay there. I almost put my brush in the wrong green. That would have been bad. Okay, so I'm just smoothing this out. Now this electric lime is probably the closest green I've come to of possibly allowing yourself one coat. Okay, throwing our heat gun on that one. Oh, I forgot. I got one more to do. Oops. Okay, I forgot. One more leaf here. One more of our fluffier leaves. Let me throw this guy right here. We'll get this one. This one also butts up towards a flower as well. So we'll get just kind of the top edge of it. Right here, we're getting just that top edge. It's so thin though, it kind of almost just does it anyways. Okay. Okay, I'm going to set that down. We're going to work on our edge here, so nice and careful. Nice loop there. And a nice loop here. And then we're going to just carry that out. I knew I was going to not have enough there. Okay. A little here. I'm going to come back this way. Didn't like the line we got there. And then we will just quickly fill this in. Okay. And then we'll go back to our leaves here that we just did. Get a second coat on these guys. That second coat, man, I love it. I wish everything painted as fast as that second coat, right? Okay, right here as well. Okay. Let's see, sorry, I was just catching my tax refund was deposited over the weekend. Woo woo, cha-ching. You're in the money. Okay, so we got that one, we got that one. This one is going to need just a little bit of help with the heat gun. Okay. We'll grab our electric lime here. And right here as well. And I'm just smoothing this out real quick. Okay, one more time. There we go. Okay, I'm going to clean up my brush just a little, not a ton, because we don't need it a ton because we're dipping literally back into things. So I'm going to grab the Palomino green. We're going to grab the electric lime, and I'm going to move back and forth here. Okay. And then this one, the lines are already etched into the leaf. So we're literally just kind of going right where our leaf stem lines are. Okay. This one's right here. And then this one goes right here. Okay. I'm going to grab the leaf center line one more time since we kind of brushed through that. Okay. I'm going to grab just a little bit of water. There we go. And then we're going to lightly kind of go over our leaf right around our edge here. And I'm going to work downwards with my edge, okay? This is going to allow that leaf to kind of flow better. That's how we shade, okay? Just like that, okay? Same thing again. Palomino, the lightest green that we have, the electric lime. And then we're going to move back and forth, just like so. We'll grab this guy next. Let's grab our center part here. And then we'll grab our edges. Okay. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to grab one more time down our center. Okay. And then we're going to grab our leaf. And just slowly shade down and lightly do your shading. You're not pushing real hard on your brush, okay? And there we go. One more time with our next leaf here. So right down the center. And then we're gonna go right here. We're gonna get this side and this side and this side. I'm going to grab one more right there. And then I'm going to grab our leaf one more time. Right in the center there. And then we're going to go here. And then lightly hitting our leaves. Right around our edge here. Grab just a touch of water. Okay. Okay, right here, and right there. Okay, that's it. That's all we're doing with the shading, okay? Oh no, you owe the state taxes. Ick. I hate that when that happens. I'm okay if it's like I break even, but like I hate owing. Ugh. No fun. Okay, we got leaves next. Okay. And this is the green, this is leaf green. Yep, leaf green here. We're using, I'm going to grab our edge first here. Just because it makes it a little bit easier when we're doing those 3D pieces, right? Oh goodness, I am really off. Let me pull that up a little bit and then you can maybe see what I'm doing the edges. Okay, and we're gonna grab here. I'm still getting used to this Mevo. Okay, and I smoothed out, and then we're gonna smooth out here. Okay, oh gosh, move our leaf right over here. Okay, then we got one more leaf here that we're doing. This leaf green, wow, I'm liking the coverage. I might have met a green, you guys, tonight. You guys witnessed it. I might have met a green. That's one coat. One coat and done. And I am not even getting my edge here because I'm so excited. Okay. Let's grab right here. All right, and we're going to grab right here as well. Right here. And right here. Oh my gosh, the coverage on this, you guys, is beautiful. Wow, I am really impressed. Leaf green. It got me. Now I can't say I never met a green. That doesn't need 2 coats, right? Maybe. We'll try it and just double check, but it is looking so pretty. It even paints beautiful. Wow, I am impressed. Okay, let me smooth out our paint there. Okay, let me hit this with the heat gun real quick. Oh, no, never mind. I take my statement back. I'm seeing brush strokes. Not bad, but I am seeing them. Darn it. I got almost so excited. I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if I can pull this just a little bit closer. You guys can see. Oop, that way. There's a little bit of, you can see some stroke lines through here. Dang it. Not bad though. I bet if it was a smaller piece, you could probably totally get away with it. All right. Sorry guys, I realize I'm using my football finger and I was not meaning to. Okay, right here as well. This one wasn't too bad. It's kind of, I was noticing more around the edges. Okay. All right, let me get right here as well. Okay. All right, where are we on time? Oh goodness, I need to hurry up. Okay, we're gonna do our leaf green. We're gonna do our palomino and our leaf green on the end. I'll go right here. Let's see. We're gonna want to do this side first. Okay, and then I'll grab right here next. Okay, and then we're gonna grab this leaf first because it runs into this one. And then we'll run right here. See, this is why I was paying attention there. So that makes it a little bit easier with our brush strokes. Right? Okay. One down. Let me grab just a titch of water here. Okay. Palomino and then the leaf green. Back and forth. And go right here. Do our center. Okay. And right here. This leaf. Do right here, grabbing right around here, and this edge as well. And I'm just going to clean that up just a touch on the tip there. All right, done. Okay, now to assemble everything. So we'll get all the wood grain back down that we painted. Look how pretty she looks. Ooh, she's gorgeous. I just realized I don't have glue on my table. I have some glue right here. Yay! Hopefully it's not all clogged up. It is looking kind of like it might be. There's some scissors. Still getting used to everything here. There we go. I think we're good. No, that's not looking good. Okay. Okay. I think we're okay now. All right. Let me think. Where should we go first? Let's get our flowers first here. Okay. And this said flower is down here. Now, unfortunately, I did not do which side is what. So you might have to play with this one, this little part for a second, which luckily, I think I just found the edge. Okay. Okay, that is not working for me. Guys, me and this glue. At Lori's retreat, it fell over. It glued one of my paintbrushes literally to the box. I love this glue, but man, oh man. This is not good. Okay, let me grab, I have a little tool here. Let me see. Oh, I think I got it. Yep. I could feel the little gunk come out. There we go. I can hear it now. Oh gosh. Okay, just a little bead goes a long way with this glue. All right. Now I probably messed this up. Yep, I did. I think right here. Yep. Okay. So I'm just lining it up with the edge. I can slightly see the edge still with the wood green. And we're going to push that down, okay? And the wood green that we painted, remember? Linda, you're still in physical therapy. Finished the class I was teaching. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Okay, so the dot right here and the dot right here. Remember how I told you I was doing the Sharpie? So that makes it a lot easier to line up. Come on. Okay. I'll set that like that. Okay, dot and dot. Okay, and then once I get these glued on, we'll do the last little bit of outlining, some highlights, and throw the glitter on, okay? So unfortunately, reach is going to be over again, or fortunate, whatever we want to call it these days. All right, this is a little wet still, so I'm going to leave that alone for a minute. We'll go ahead and do the white flower next, and I believe that goes, nope, maybe like so. I'm thinking about right here. Nope, that doesn't look right. Close. No cigar yet. Nope. This one, see, this is what I said. If you can mark it, it works out in your favor to do so. Nope. That one looked almost perfect, but it is off. That one looked perfect too. Let's see. I bet it's this one. Yep, right here. Okay. So dot and the leaf right there. Looks perfect. Yep. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, just lining up our flower with our edge line, just like so. And I bet this leaf we can put on because it is one of the ones that we first painted. Okay. Did I? Don't tell me I did the wrong one. No, it's this one. Okay. But this one was one of the first two, so we can do this one. All right. Maybe. Goodness gracious. Come on, paint. Or glue. Woo. Okay, and right there. Now leave that on the side, so maybe it will help. Okay. I'm going to take this, and we're going to just puzzle piece this into our flower like so. And then that should line up almost beautifully there. There we go. Just sliding that in just a little bit tighter. Okay. So we got this guy on. Okay, and then I got a little yellow piece, which isn't the littlest, but close. So see how I did dot and dot right there? It really helps when it comes to gluing to do the work ahead of time. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna slowly push that guy down. Okay. Let's get our letters here and then we'll work up to the top. So what do you guys think? Do you think the wood green looks real? Think we got it? It looks pretty, huh? It's one of my favorite methods to do. All right, let me line this up. Oh, my fingers got glued there. There we go. Okay, and we're lining up there and slowly pushing down. There we go. And I'm just lightly pushing down. Yes, it looks real good. I love it. I love loving to teach you guys something new. And I know I haven't taught you guys this, so I really wanted to make sure I had it right. Got all the kinks out. Okay, let's get right here. Maybe there, maybe. Come on, my friend. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. Got our ink. Okay, and just lightly tapping that one down. It's gorgeous. Ooh, I love the white against the wood grain. It looks so pretty. Okay, let's grab this guy. This guy should be dry by now. I'll get this one glued in. Okay. Grab this, and this should, like I said, just puzzle piece right in with our flower here. I'm just kind of lightly hovering just to make sure that we get it nice and in there. Okay. Gently press down just for a second, and then we'll firmly push for just one more. Okay. And then we'll get our hello here. So we got our H. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, right there. Got our E. Maybe, goodness gracious, come on, glue. It's doing me dirty. There we go. Speaking of doing dirty, man, Facebook did me so dirty the other day. So I went on live, I want to say it was Saturday. I went on live after the store closed. And it got me with a face, I kid you not, like this. So go to my page. You guys will laugh your butt off. It was hilarious. So friggin' funny. I mean, if you didn't laugh, you would cry at the face. And so I made a post about it. I was like, you know, if you're going to do me dirty like that, well, then I guess you just gave me more content, right? Okay, we got our L. Just like so. And one more. Okay, we got our O right here. gonna push this down for a sec. All right, let's get this flower next. Oh, I should look before I get too much glue on here. And did I actually get lucky with that? Heck no, I did not. I got a little bit of glue on the bottom, so I don't want to set it down like I just did. Nope. Nope. And so close, but no cigar. Let's see, right, this one. Okay, so that point goes into goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, just like so. I'm gonna just push this down for just a second. Okay. I'll get the top piece here. So the little dot and the little dot right here. This is, like I said, my little secret. And probably if I hadn't done the wood grain, you'd be able to see the marker spots that I left. But because we had put so much paint on this one, you're not gonna see it. That's why we're playing puzzle piece game with the flowers. Okay. Push that down. Okay. We're gonna grab this leaf since it's right close to hand here. Okay. And then this one just literally curls right into there. And we're gonna put it right there. Just like so. Oops, it shifted. Okay. Just push firm for a sec. Okay. We'll go into our daisy flower real quick here. I want to say, nope, I did not get it. No cigar. Nope, definitely not. Nope. So close, but nothing. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the dot and the leaf there. Okay, just like that. Dot and leaf. Or dot and the other flower touch up right there. Okay. And right there looks good. There we go. Whoop, it shifted again. Okay. Stay put for just a second, friend. Okay. Push that down. See our little yellow piece right here with the dot. I keep sitting this bottle up. I need to stop that. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put it right there. No, I'm not, because it fell right out. Okay, dot. And we're going to line those up just like that. And I felt it shift a little bit, but I was able to shift it right back. So just remember, light pressure at first, and then you can push down a little bit firmer. Okay, one more glue. Okay, then I can sit it up and I won't be mad at myself, right? Okay, and then like I said, this puzzle piece is right into, and we're gonna just lightly put that one together as well. Isn't that gorgeous? These ones take some brain power to, like, when you're drawing them, to like know which level, how you're gonna put them together when you're drawing. Whew. But oh my gosh, isn't it beautiful? And I'm so glad I got to show you guys the wood grain technique that I have fallen in love with, and that lid just flew right on off. We'll deal with that later. I'll come in the morning and be like, what is this lid? Okay, so we are going to grab some white here. I'll have to put my paint away in just a minute. I grab just a little bit of white. We're going to grab a little bit of the brown here, just for our centers. Maybe. Come on. I'm just going to use that raw sienna. I'll use the back of this brush here. Okay. Maybe. We're just wanting a little bit of coverage here, right? Not a ton, just something. Probably should have just used a paintbrush here. Okay. We're using a paintbrush because that's ridiculous. All right, so I'm just using the number 6 flat brush. Okay. I grab this one, doing our center here. And like I said, we're doing glitter over this, so I'm not truly concerned too much with coverage, okay? Right here. And we're using Lori's French Toast glitter, which is almost like a black. It's so dark of a dark brown. It's gorgeous though, because it even has like little specks of red. It's one of my favorites. And I don't really get to use it that much, but I love it. I love all of her glitter though, you guys, seriously. But who doesn't love glitter, right? Okay. Thank you, LaDonna and Susan. You guys are so awesome. Okay, so raw sienna done. Goodness gracious, this brush looks bad. My husband does not know how to clean brushes, clearly, because he might have ruined this. Okay, I'm gonna grab our white as I literally just put my hand in paint over on this edge. Okay, we're gonna do just some quick highlights. Grab maybe a little zigzag there, because you know, we gotta have my zigzags in. I'm gonna go here, here. Ooh, goodness. This brush may not work for us. Grab our line there. Okay. I'll do a little brushing here. I'm just kind of lightly getting our edges, okay? I don't know what the heck he did to this brush, poor thing. Okay. Goodness gracious. This is probably, I'm not dealing with that. We're gonna get a different brush. Okay. Liner brush, here we go. Okay, we'll do a little zigzag here. Do our line. Have another line. I'm gonna grab our outside here, pull that in. I'm gonna grab just some quick little highlights here. And this guy, I'm gonna fix where we had the double line here by just adding a little bit more of a highlight. There we go. Here, we're gonna grab here, here, and here. Do a little here, and here. Okay. Grab these little loops here, just like so. And here, we're gonna grab here. Okay. Grab here, here, and we'll go here. I'll get black, I know. I'm kind of going opposite of what I typically do, but when I'm doing 3Ds, I kind of don't do as much highlighting. Let's grab a little transition there. I'm going to grab one right there. Okay, here, let's do a transition here, there, there, and grab our leaves, just like so. This one, where is this one? Oh, right there, there we go. I realized I didn't kind of do around the edges there. Okay, here, here, and here. Go here, 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 here. Way down the center there. I know I didn't do that on that other one. So we'll throw a little line there. Okay. Thank you, Joanna. Or Joanne, I'm sorry. That block is dry. Let me grab my black. Where did my black go? Did I never have it on the table? I never had my black on the table. Hold on just one second. I see it over here. Okay. Like I said, I really think that we could change the Hello Spring and put summer on here, and we could totally get away with this as a summer one. What do y'all think? Okay, I'm going to grab just a little bit of our black here. I'm going to take the line. I'm going to slowly go through here, right through here. Just like that, okay? I'm going to take it right around our edge. Going right through here as well. And right through here. I think I might be changing this to summer. Getting this as a design for the studio. People can come in and paint. What do y'all think? Think that would be a good one for others to paint? Okay. Go right here. I am not liking that line there. There we go. I'm going to go right through here, okay? Just like that. Kind of feel like another transition right there. Of course. Yep, sure. I just feel like with the colors, like the darker color or the brighter colors that we did, I think we could get away with it. Okay, I'm going to go here. I am just going to lightly kind of go around these with the highlight or with the outline. I don't think I'm going to even outline the white though, because the lines kind of just do their thing there, right? Okay, I don't even think we're going to do the pink there. Maybe do a quick little thing there. And I missed highlighting this pink one. I need to highlight this little pink guy, because clearly he looks weird. He looks a little off on his own here. Okay, I'm going to go quickly around here and outline where the leaves kind of transition in. Do our little squiggly here. Okay. Okay. I don't know, I just see this one as possibly going into being more of a summer one as well. And maybe what we'll do is we'll kind of bring that one there. There we go. Okay. Right here. And then that one. There. And there. And there. Okay, we're going to do the outline here. And like I said, you don't have to do outlining. I think it looked beautiful before. But you guys know me. I always like to kind of go just a little more. And I know I'm over. I feel like I'm always over anymore. Just always plan on me being an hour and a half. But kind of feeling like this is the bomb, right? Alright, I'm not liking how that line went. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to go right here with another little zigzag. Go here. Okay. Go here. And here. Can't believe I forgot those pinks, man. I did it on the other one too, didn't I? Okay. Right here, and just do a quick little circle. Same with our flower here. Okay. Okay. And then we did a cute little zigzag on that one. And the outline. And last but not least, we'll get this little leaf here. We're going to add a little bit of glitter to our brown centers, and we will call our friend done. Because I am sure my husband's like, what the hell, Rach? Or, sorry, what the heck? Getting late. My language is getting bad again. Sorry about my potty mouth. Okay, done. Let me grab just a little bit of white right here, and we're going to grab just this little bit right here. Okay, zigzag there and there. Okay, I didn't get the center there. There we go. I feel like we need a little something there. Ew, I didn't get this one, guys, on our leaf. I'm clearly sleeping on the job. Outlining it really is everything, right? It seriously makes it. Okay, Mod Podge real quick here. And you guys, I went through all of my brushes because remember how I kept telling you my brushes had gone to you know what, poopy land? And so we have so many Mod Podge brushes, it is ridiculous. Like, look at all these Mod Podge brushes I have now. Okay, so when you know why I do Mod Podge brushes. So my ones that are close to retirement, they are brushes that are well loved, but they just don't cut the job anymore. So they retire to Mod Podge brushes. Let's throw this on here. This is Lori's French Toast Glitter. Okay. And I'm going to grab my parchment paper here. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. Yes. It's so pretty. Okay. Mod Podge again. And those of you guys that are new, you're going to want a thick to medium coat for your Mod Podge. And you do want to work rather fast because it dries pretty dang fast. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Yay. I'm in love. Loving, loving, loving. Okay. Let me get this glitter out of the way here. Set this down. Okay. I'm going to pour the glitter in here. up there. All right, you guys. Well, let's get the big view here. Okay. Look how pretty. I'm so excited. Don't you guys love her? Ooh, she's beautiful. And isn't that wood grain so cool? The wood grain method. Don't you just... Ooh, I'm excited. Okay. This came out better than what I anticipated. Ooh. All right, you guys. You have a one freaking fabulous night. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, LaDonna. Susan, thank you. Carla, thank you as well. I hope you guys all have, thank you guys. Have a wonderful week. And if you're on business call, I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. You never know what's gonna bring. But night, you guys. Look, just have joy and be blessed. Bye, guys. Oh goodness, I still don't know what I'm